This is a book review of Tain't The Meat, It's the Humanity, and other stories illustrated by Jack Davis. Part of the ongoing EC books from Fantagraphics. This book came out in 2013, includes 210 pages. It's all in black and white, really brilliant, sharp, super sharp quality, beautiful work. And I'm just going to show a couple of examples. Just choose one of them. Mirror, mirror on the wall. It's that one. And you can see there. It's just super quality, absolute quality all the way through. And this one, Undertaking Parlor, however you say it. I'll put it a bit closer so you can actually see the work. I just think it's just glorious. Now, the Russ Cochran versions, the massive thing, you've got these big box sets. Well, sadly, like I said, I haven't got the horror ones. I would love to have the horror ones, but they're very expensive. So I've been buying these ones. But I think the quality of these is just super sharp. Really, the restoration is superb, and the stories are just great anyway. Stories are just, obviously they're of their time. I mean, the panel structure, how everything, they're very wordy. So one thing, if you got, like you can see there, you've got lots of words. The word balloons are everywhere. You've got top of the panel, really virtually crushes the art, which is always some ways a pity. Many ways it would be nice if a lot of the writing had been removed and you had more of the art, but that was the way they did it back then. So just going to go through the book. Now this book is just wonderful. It's got the start, you've got the listing down there of all the things. They're all from Tales from the Crypt. So you've got Tales from the Crypt 37, 38, 39, 40. And they're in order, which is quite nice actually. So that one, it starts at Tales from the Crypt 23, and this is 1951, all the way through to 1955. Also includes three-dimensional Tales from the Crypt of Terror issue 2 as well, spring 1954. So written by Al Feldstein and Otto Binder and Carl Vesler. It's also got the contents page there. So you've got loads of stories, great stories, drawn and quartered, well cooked. I have to say that, well cooked hams. Can't read it when it's in reverse. So, ghastly prospects, survival or death, and so on. So most of them are done by Al Feldstein and Jack Davis. Obviously, Jack Davis, the artist. This is an artist-centric book. All of the EC ones generally are that. I think they've all been that way. They're not spread over different artists. So you've got, obviously, Johnny Craig has one, and then you've got Wally Wood's got one, or two, or three, or four, etc. And they're great. Though, after saying that, they have actually, of course, I'm certain, brought out Aces High, which obviously would not be just centric, unless it was. So, who knows? I haven't got that one, so I can't compare. However, it's got an essay. I love essays at the front. I wish it had more essays. It would be nice if it had like 5 or 6 essays. You know, it was like a 300-page book. I would still, I'm certain, buy it. So you got just beautiful artwork all the way through it. Just superb stories. And you always know the gruesomeness, etc., etc. And also you've got great, like, werewolves turning up in the story. You've got the usual, the trophy you've got here. I love this bit here, Crypt of Terror, blah, 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 the Crypt Keeper, etc. And you've got Terror Tales from my vast collection. I always wonder why they never did a Terror Tales as a comic. Maybe someone else already had that title. Probably the reason. The Trophy Room. You always know what's going to happen when you get a book, the Trophy Room. They're quite often, even though they always have sort of the standard twist endings, they're never that twist, because you can virtually think, I know it, because they have a certain style. It's very surprising that that you think, oh, you know what, that I was surprised by that. And of course, you've got the usual various characters all dissolving and rotting away, and in gruesome manner as well. And of course, you've got the story that Tain't The Meat, It's the Humanity. You've got the story that's for the title. And that's a great story, I have to say. Good twists and turns in that as well. And yeah, I'm glad I'm not living in that town. So it's, I think it's just absolutely superb. And even better, this book is slightly odd, because I said about that really beautiful quality, sharp, super sharp, and they've obviously been best restoration, best obviously, well, they're from original source material. That was the thing. So that is the great thing about it. They've really got, obviously not the, I don't think the original pages, but they're from the whatever they shoot the various proofs and things. They've actually got the original. So it's really super sharp. I think sometimes you do see the occasional page, and I don't know if in this issue, in this book, that there is, but occasionally they didn't have the original work in any way to work from. So they couldn't do it. So you can really see it. It's from a comic book, so it's never as sharp. But this is just super sharp. I'm quite certain it wasn't done from the original artwork. Maybe I'm wrong on that. And then at the back, you've got 3D Crypt of Terror. So you've actually got, and it's got a little blurb about it as well, the trophy. Got the various details about how he did the, Davis redrew the story on multiple layers to achieve the 3D effect. And it's, of course, because of that, these stories is a lot more murky. So it's not as sharp. And in the back, you've got another essay from S.C. Ringenberg. And then a lovely picture drawing of William M. Games from 1954 by Jack Davis as well. And then you've got another one at the back. Now this one I think is repeated multiple times. So you've got Ted White's essay about the ups and downs of EC Comics. Now I think that's the same in every single book. Now I would love to see him bring out like Saddle Romances and also Gunfighter. I know I think some of those other ones are all done. Now, some of the other ones, of course, the really early ones, the picture stories ones, and there's various kiddie titles, as they put here. I suspect will never come. We will never see Tiny Tots comic. I think it was Tiny Tots and those sort of things. Animal Fables. I'd be very surprised. But Moon Girl, that would be nice. The same in the Dark Horse series, of course. That would be superb if they bring them out in colour. Now, I'd probably buy both. I'd probably buy the version, this version, as well as the Dark Horse version as well. So, I think it's just great. Oh, can you actually show you the spine? There's the spine. Holds open. The gutter's really good. And I think they're just brilliant. I love the series. I've bought about 10 or so of them. And I think they're just, every issue, every volume is thoroughly enjoyable. So, totally recommended. Tain't the Meat. It's the humanity. Jack Davis.